Let's get back to that cyber attack, our main story. Over 150 countries affected. Let's speak to Conor McKenna, who's a doctoral researcher in cyber warfare. Welcome here to the programme. Did the impact of this attack surprise you in its sheer scale?
Absolutely. The attack is completely unprecedented in terms of its ability to spread. We've never seen anything like this, not on any scale.
In simple terms, how did it work?
In simple terms, an email was sent to an individual who worked at the NHS. They opened that email, there was an attachment, opened the attachment, and then the malware downloads the computer and spreads throughout the network.
In terms of combating something like this, I mean, the point has been made that we should have been aware of the threat. In terms of how we go forward, what needs to be done?
Okay, well, there are a few things and simple things that can be done. The first is to ensure that every computer has antivirus software. And the second thing is that we ensure that all of the security patches are updated on all of our computers. One of the main reasons that the NHS was hit so severely was because a large number of computers are still running Windows XP. Windows XP, of course, its expiry date was April 2014. That's 3 years ago. And the last thing then that we can do is be more vigilant with our internet use. We have to be careful when we're on work computers, especially on the NHS, but other parts of the critical infrastructure of Britain as well, that we don't open up emails from people that we don't know, even people that we do know that are unsolicited, but also bringing in devices from outside and attaching them to computers. Something as simple as attaching your phone to the computer could put your computer and indeed the network at risk.
You talked about the NHS, but it goes way beyond the UK, because we've seen in just about every country. You look at France and Renault, you look at Spain and Telefonica, the Russian Interior Ministry. The trouble is with these big, complex structures, it is more than just a quick update of security. How complicated is it to update a whole system?
Well, it's very difficult, and it's going to take time. And I foresee probably for the next week, it's probably likely that the NHS will still have further delays going forward. For other organisations, it may be different. It depends on how the company has outsourced its IT. Some will have them in-house, which will make things a little easier. Others will have to wait and be in a queue behind other companies, waiting for these updates from their IT firms.
How great is the danger of just another attack in this window before all the fixes are put in place, even a copycat attack?
Well, a number of copycats have actually been released already, and indeed a second variant of the same attack has been implemented as well. We've been lucky thus far that the second round of attacks haven't had the same impact. Now, as you rightly pointed out, we're at our most vulnerable right now when the vulnerabilities still haven't been patched. And the important thing is that we stay vigilant in terms of the emails that we're opening, in terms of the websites that we're visiting, and going forward, then we take that practice.
And in terms of ever finding out who was behind this attack, the likelihood of that?
Very unlikely. Unfortunately, I think it's very unlikely. We're in a situation now where I think that it's probably a group of individuals, maybe an organisation. I can't imagine that a single individual managed to coordinate an attack that has now spread to 150 million countries, 150 countries, though you just don't know.
Well, it is fascinating, and we're not quite out of the woods, so we watch what happens in the coming days. Conor, thanks very much for your time and that analysis.
Thank you very much.